video started, I just was looking at my control panel here. I think I stopped the music. April's usually the one that helps. If I'm still playing the music, April, you let me know. Hi, Deb and April and Ann. Great to see you folks. It's an off day for me to be here, right? So hopefully some others will be jumping in shortly. I am coming to you from South Carolina with my special 8 days of Halloween. I'm very excited about it. Good, thanks, April. All right, so before we go there, I want to have just a couple of reminders here for you. Today is the last day to sign up for my card kit. I've had wonderful, wonderful response from everyone. Hey, Dawn. And I'm so excited to get everything ordered and start working on those. So today is the last day. You should have received an invoice by today. If you haven't, please touch base with me. If you can't find the invoice and you think you told me, check your spam. Sometimes they throw them into the spam by accident, and I apologize for that. But yes, today's the last day for that. So let me know if you're interested. Also, just a reminder, I've started selling some of my handmade craft tool pouches, and I'm really enjoying sewing these and kind of syncing it in with everything I'm doing with my paper crafting. So I wanted to show you one here real quick. This is one of my newer designs. This is the retro telephone design. The pouch is 7.5 by 5.5 with a 2-inch base, and it comes with 3 great and very necessary adhesives. We have the Stampin' Dimensionals, we have the Tombow glue, and the mini glue dots. Those come in there. So all these amazing adhesives and the pouch together is $20. I know it's almost Halloween. It's time to buy our stuff to make our Halloween stuff. And it's a great value. And it helps me with my obsession with sewing too. I can get these pouches made and out to you. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I'm glad you love them. And if you are interested in one of the pouches and you really don't need any more of the stuff inside or the product, they are $10 each plus shipping. And if you go on your phone, I have a picture here, this is hopefully helpful, you should see a view shop button just like that, and that will take you right to the shop and see which ones I have that are still available. Yes, the cat one's gone. I got to make some more cat ones, April, I know. Hey, Rise, how are you? So that's just my second reminder is pouches, and my first is today is the last day for kits. I've had wonderful response to the kit, but I just wanted to make sure that I was reminding everyone. Okay, back to business for today. Oh, and also, if you are not a demonstrator and you need a catalog and you have bought something from me within the last year, I have been sending out catalogs. I sent a big bunch today. Tomorrow some are going out as well. Send me a message if you're not sure if you are on my list, and I will let you know if you are getting one sent to you. All right, that's enough of that. All right, it is the 8 days of Halloween. So excited. And as you know, every one of these projects will be on my blog following my live stream. Now, when I say 8, I mean 8 as in almost 8 days straight. I'm going to do 4 this week, Monday through Thursday, and then 4 Facebook Lives next week, Monday through Thursday, all at 7 o'clock. So I'm trying to give you lots of great ideas before the holiday is right on top of us, so you can decide what you want to make and what you may want to buy. Now, I cannot show you the inside of the catalog for a few more weeks. The catalog goes live in a few weeks, just the beginning of September. So I have some of the product here. I can show you the product, so I'm going to definitely do that. Okay, the suite I'm going to be using is called Them Bones suite. Okay, so you can kind of figure out what's going to be in the suite. This is the photopolymer stamp set that comes with it. Cute little skeleton man and lots of bones. Surprising, huh? We got a little cat and dog here at the bottom. Hey, Bonnie. And lots of great Halloween sentiments. Love them. Now, along with that comes some great dies. Oops, that's not the right ones. I knew there was 2 packs. We've got dies that are going to cut out all the tiny little bones. We've got an extra little fence over here. We've got a, I know there's lots and lots of pieces, April. It's really nice. We've got a tombstone here. We've got a bigger tombstone here. I forget what these are. Sarcophagus? Is that right? When you have those big, giant little buildings in the graveyard. I think they're like a sarcophagus or something. So we're going to be using that one. And it's real fun. They have little boots and hats that you can dress up your skeleton to. And I'm going to be doing that in future projects. So yes, lots of great dies. Also, never had this before. This is 6x6 glow in the dark paper. Can you believe it? Glow in the dark? Now, obviously, it's not going to be very impressive here, but we've got 12 by 12 paper. It's kind of off-white, and it feels a little bit like sandpaper. And I have tested it in the bathroom with all the lights out, and it definitely does glow in the dark. So you can also get a pack of 6x6 glow in the dark paper as part of the suite as well. And then look at these guys. These are the glow in the dark bats and ghosts. And you can see in there's little ghosts and little bats. They're little embellishments with adhesive on the back that you can add to your projects. So super cute. Mausoleum. Thank you. Sarcophagus, I think, as I thought about it, I'm thinking mummies, right, Lynn? Yes, it's a mausoleum. I'm sure glad you guys show up and keep me straight here. So these are the little cute embellishments that you can get. So I'll be using all these things at some point throughout my series. And so stay tuned for all 8 days. Just a reminder, it'll be Monday through Thursday this week, Monday through Thursday next week for lots of great Halloween inspiration. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the projects for today. I decided this time I'm going to make a 3D item or a treat holder and a coordinating card for every project. So I don't know what I was thinking. So 8 projects later, and my fingers are a little tired from blogging, but you're gonna love all the things that I have to show you. So this is a little goodie bag, I call it. Just kind of a small grocery bag would be a good way to think of it. And then we have the card that goes along with it. All right, so we're gonna always start with the 3D item first as I do my tutorial tonight. And always remember, there is a PDF that you can download on my blog for each one of these projects. So these will be available as the live stream is completed. I will upload this video, and then you can get on my blog and you can use the download to get your paper copy of the instructions. It's www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. All right, let's get to it. All right. Oh, you're very welcome, April. I enjoy it. You know I do. All right, let's go ahead and grab our paper first. Now, I am using some of the designer series paper from the suite. I don't have a lot of paper left because I've been making so many projects. So I'm gonna have to show you project by project. But I would say that the color palette is, we've got Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, grays, blacks. They throw in a little bit of greens, and it's just beautiful. Yep, those kids will love them, Bonnie. They will love these little goodie bags. And as we go through the week and next week, you'll get to see some more of the different kinds of designer series paper. Now, we're gonna go ahead and start with the bag. Now, because of all my creating, I had run out of this adorable orange plaid, which I love. I love this orange plaid, and that's probably why I don't have enough left to make a bag. But fear not, I found this cute herringbone orange as well. Okay, all right, you guys are keeping me straight here. Thank you, Lynn. All right, so this paper here is for our bag, and it measures 6 by 9.5. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna bring in my trimmer and do my, oh, it's only 6 by 9. I missed the 9.5. Hold on. Just when you think you're all ready to go. Okay, let's see. I know there's more paper in here. 6 by 9.5. Let's see how big this one is. Oh, brother. Okay, hold on. I gotta go find my pack. All right. 6 by 9.5. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this one here. I made it 6 by 9, and that is not gonna work well. So let's try again. 6 by 9.5. And I even had it on my PDF, 6 by 9.5, and I still didn't get it right. All right, now we have it, 6 by 9.5. All right, let's go ahead and do some scoring. All right, on the long side, we're gonna start scoring at 1/2. So I'm gonna put it at the 1/2 mark. I'm just going to go ahead and take my bone folder. You can also run down with your little gray if you like. All right, and now after the 1/2, we have 3.5. So I can take my little my little gray, but I really prefer this. I don't know. I just started doing that, and that has become my habit. Now I'm gonna go to 5 and 8. Okay, so let me sell them again. It was 1/2, 3.5, 5, and 8. Now on the short side, I am just going to score that one time on the bottom to create the bottom of our bag at 1.5. All right, very good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to fold up all of my score lines. This bag is a pretty easy project to put together, but it's a good one to start with, I think. Okay. All right, I've got all my lines creased. So now I'm just going to grab my scissors, and let's see if it's easier to see on this side. If you notice, there's a place where there's your small 1/2 inch rectangle panel. I'm going to cut vertically up that and then stop at the first horizontal and just cut out that little piece there. Okay, Then what you're going to do is just cut up these other vertical score lines to the first horizontal, just to release these little tabs and the bottom for the bag. Okay, on the tabs, I always like to take a little bit out just so as those pieces come together, all scrunched up in the bottom, that they won't cause a mess down there. That gives them all a little more space in that tight quarters down there. So that's it. That's actually all the cutting that we have to do for this one. And you can probably already see how the bag is going to come together. All right, so I'm going to grab my glue and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put a little bit on the outside portion along what's left of that 1/2 inch panel. Then I'm going to turn it on the inside and then just fold over so we see the outside again, and then just fold over. And then that makes it easier to make a nice square bottom. See that? Trying to put it together while it's kind of up in the air can be a little bit challenging. All right, now I know the back of my bag is where my seam is. So I'm going to put that towards the back here. And I'm going to go ahead, fold in my small flaps, fold in the back flap, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on there like that. And then fold this over. Okay, now let me grab my bone folder again. And now that's secure, the bottom's secure. And that's really the whole bag. Very easy to make, very quick to make. All right, now what I put in my bags are these peanut butter kisses. You might see these at the grocery store. I did a run a couple of days to the Dollar General here in Pendleton, and I got some of these. I love these. So I got a bag of these. I thought they were great because they've got the red and the black, match perfectly. And then I'm just going to go ahead and toss all those into my goodie bag. That fits a lot in there. All right, now what I'm going to do to close it is just push in the sides with my fingers and just pinch the top closed. Now I used a little clip like this. You can get these at the Staples, any kind of an office supply store. I love these. These are easy. Instead of having to maybe punch holes in it and put a ribbon on, it's just a quick way to close up a bag. So I'm going to use clips for this one. And if you look at my clip here on my finished one, I tied a piece of the black and white gingham ribbon around the clip. See, here's this. This is in the annual catalog, the black and white gingham. Love this. This goes for every holiday. I use a lot of this at Christmas time as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the front part of the clip down, okay? And I'm going to place this right there, and then I'm going to flip it back up so that the ribbon goes behind that front portion of the clip, and then I'm just going to tie a bow. Let me make sure I don't turn it. There we go. So that kind of holds it there, so you don't really have to use any glue dots or glue or anything like that. That will hold it there once you get it tied. There we go. And now I'll flip it back up as soon as I get that tied. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and make my loops. Tying bows on camera. Remaining calm. There we go. All right, you get it tied, and then you take a little bit of time to floof your bow. Now that is a technical term. I know you probably have never heard it, but that is the process of fixing up your bow by pulling in the loops, pushing out the ends, snipping the ends. Yes, fans, that is called floofing. All right, I think I've floofed sufficiently, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the ends off a little bit. There we go. All right, so far so good. Everybody following along all right? Pretty easy. This right here, you could stop and be ready to go. All right, but you know Barb Reed, she is not ready to stop yet. All right, so let's go ahead and make the little banner that goes on the front. Okay, that really just adds to it. So cute. Now, the banner, you're going to need another piece of the DSP. This piece is 4x2, and this is kind of like bones. I like that one too. Love the bones. And then I cut out a circle that measures from my layering circles. This one is 2 3/8 inch circle. This is out of the glow in the dark specialty paper. Really love this. Really love this. All right, so the first thing you can do is go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the back of your circle and glue it to the top of your banner. Now I leave a little tiny bit of space up there, but pretty close to the top. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my snips, and I'm gonna snip maybe a 1/2 inch little snip right up the center of the strip. Then I'm going to turn my paper, and the snips are going to cut from the corner to the top of that snip on both sides. And this is the easiest way to make your little banner flag. And it's usually the way that I do. All right, so there you have it. There is my banner. Okay, now we have a few more things that we're going to need to stamp before we're ready to put this onto our bag. All right, let's bring in a piece of scrap basic white cardstock. We're going to take our cute little guy. Now there's stamps that are the whole skeleton, and that's the one I'm going to be using today. And then there's ones that you can just stamp parts of him. So you'll get the idea of what I mean by that as we move on in these. But there is the stamp that is the whole skeleton. Isn't he cute? I love him. All right, so that's one thing we're going to need for the front. And then the other thing is our sentiment. So let's go ahead and do all our stamping at once and get that finished. Okay, we're going to be using the Happy Halloween sentiment. And oh, thanks Bonnie. And I'm going to be stamping that in the Cajun Craze ink, which is such a great Halloween color. That real dark burnt orange is perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and put that back in there. We've got those two ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and cut out our skeleton. I'm gonna grab my snips just to cut down the piece of paper that we have to take through. And I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine. And we're gonna lay Mr. Skeleton right here. And now I'm gonna have to grab the dies. I showed you those earlier, and this is the one we need for this guy. Right like that. So there's one that will cut out the complete skeleton. That's what we're going for tonight. All right, now let me go ahead, and this I have to be very precise. So when I have one that I have to be very precise, I grab my Post-it tape. Give me a heart if you just love to use Post-it tape for these, and then you don't have to go crazy when it comes out the other end and you're like, oh no, because I know you guys are all perfectionists just like me. You don't fool me one bit, right? Am I right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this. And then once I get it where I like it, I'm going to go ahead and take the Post-it tape and go right over the top of my skeleton. All right, so now we're going to take him right through. Let's put this guy away. And let's see how cute this guy came out. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. I love it. I love it. So cute. Let's go ahead and grab our tag that we're making. And I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of my skeleton. Now, obviously, I can't put dimensionals on the back of his legs. They are too skinny. So what I found has worked for me, I put a dimensional on the head, dimensional on the torso. And he stays on just fine. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of put him to the side so it looks like he's kind of dancing. Okay, and there we go. Now, look here. We're going to put on our sentiment, but I've cut him apart, and I call this technique ransom note style. I don't know if any of you have ever written a ransom note where you used a magazine to cut out all the words. Hey, no judgment here. If you'd had to write a ransom note, that's okay. But we use that technique when we have a sentiment that might be a little too big. Okay, that was going to be way too big to try to stick to the front of my little bag. So I did it ransom note style, and it works out perfectly. All right, so let's go ahead and put these on. And again, I'm going to use 2 dimensionals. One on the back of my Halloween, one on the back of my Happy. All right. Then, I'm looking at my other one here. I want to make it pretty much the same, but you know. All right, there's Happy. And it looks like Halloween's down here by his legs. So we'll put that right there. And there is your cute little flag. I know, isn't he so cute? I love him. All right, so now I'm just going to take my tag and I'm going to slip it right up here under my clip. So it doesn't have to be attached if you don't want it to. Okay? So there you have it. There's your goodie bag. Pretty easy. Yes, isn't that a great technique? So that means you can use a lot of those sentiments you had that you think are too long. You can make them work. Hey, I'm all for making what you have in your stash work, right? So there we have our treat bag. Now it's time to make our coordinating card. Look at this. Now, I've done something special on this card. Watch this. Are you ready? Look at him. You can make a little dancing skeleton. And I will show you in just a few minutes how I did that. Super simple. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the card. We're going to start with a piece of smoky slate. Okay, and this is our card base. I'm going to fold it in half. Remember, all the dimensions, all the products, everything will be on my blog and on that downloadable PDF. Hi, Ann. I know, I do too. I love this bundle, and I've been working with it for a couple of weeks, and I am just falling more and more in love with it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my piece of bones, DSP, because I want it to kind of go with our bag. And this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue and get that on the back. and stick that right to the card front. Now I'm noticing I used smoky slate here, and I think I used basic gray here. So you can see a little difference. This one's a little darker. I don't think it matters. I think whatever you have, but I noticed that my sample is the darker gray. Okay, so there we go. All right, now, next we're gonna take a coordinating piece of DSP. This, remember, is also from the suite, and this is cut at 2 by 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little glue on this, and I'm gonna put this down here toward the bottom right-hand corner. There we go. All right. Now, next, I'm going to bring in that piece, mausoleum, right, Lynn? This is the mausoleum. This is cut out using one of the dies from the set, and I cut it out using the glow-in-the-dark paper. All right? And I am going to put that right on the front of my card right here. Okay, I'm just going to put it flat down on the card front. You can put it flat, you can put it with some dimensionals, up to you. And this is going to kind of be over here to the left-hand side. Okay, now, next, okay, I cut out in advance. This is a smoky slate circle out of my layering circles. This is 2 5/8 inch. And what I'm gonna do, I wanted to dress it up just a bit. So I'm taking my smoky slate and I'm gonna just do some random stamping with one of the cute little bat images that comes with this suite. So just doop, doop. Gotta have some bats flying around the graveyard, right? Wouldn't be a spooky graveyard without. So I just kind of randomly stamped a few little bats on there. And now I'm gonna add that to my card right over here to the right-hand side. And this one I'm gonna go ahead and pop up with dimensionals. Gonna use 3 dimensionals for that. I like to have lots of patterns, lots of texture in my cards. I just think it makes it look so much nicer and so much more interesting. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put that right here, okay, on the card. Now we're gonna go ahead and make another skeleton. Grabbing my basic white paper here, I'm going to take my skeleton as well as my cat skeleton. I know that's in here as well because we have a little cat on this card as well. So let's go ahead and stamp both of those using smoky slate again. Okay, you can tell I've been doing a lot of cutting, die cutting with this set. But I'm gonna squeeze a couple more out. There's our cute little skeleton again. And now we have our cute little cat skeleton. So there we have both of those. Okay, let's go ahead and cut those out and get them ready for our card. Okay, I'm gonna cut this down so it'll be easier to get through our cut and emboss machine, and I certainly am gonna use my Post-it tape again. All right, let's push it through to this side and we're gonna set it up. And when you use the Post-it tape, you can actually do 2 at a time. It's a lot easier. Hi, Joanne, welcome. We are having fun with some Halloween projects today. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our cute little skeleton again. As soon as we get them where we want them, I kind of have to stand up to do this. I can't see from seated. I do a lot of standing up when I craft. Let me know, are you standers or sitters when it comes to stamping? All right, I think he looks good right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cover him with my tape. All right, now stay put. Okay, now cat. I'm going to have to fish out my little cat. Here it is. We've got a little cat die, teeny tiny. Use that tape, ladies. All right. Now, you don't have to worry about trying to stay as still as possible, like you're trying to rob a bank or something and don't want to be detected. So it makes it a lot easier. Now I just have to find the other part of it. There we go. All right, sliding her in. Yeah, it is a great idea. You can load it up with all different images and get a lot done quicker because you don't have to worry about being so still. All right, let's take a look at how I did this time. You just want to be a little careful when you take it apart that you're not pulling too hard. There we go. There is our cute little, and let's see how our little, oh my goodness. Look at how cute these are. Oh, love them. Okay, we are almost finished here, folks. All right, let's bring our card back in. And now I'm going to show you the magic of making your little skeleton dance. They are called wobbles. Oops, let's go over here. I got these online on Amazon, of course, and these are what allow me to make my little dancing images. Okay, it's just Post-it tape. You can get it anywhere, Target or Staples. It's right where the Post-it notes are. But this is what a wobble looks like. See, it has one end that is kind of see-through, and this is part, you peel that off and that sticks to your card. And then you have this one, and this is the one that is going to stick to your image, whatever you want to dance. Now, if you notice, little skeleton's a little too skinny for the top of the wobble. So what you just do, very simple, you're going to cut your wobble down so that you won't see the side. So this is not a problem to just go ahead and cut these off so that they're skinnier. Okay? Now I do have a link on my blog to where I got those little wobbles. They're from Amazon, and I got a bag of 48, and this is like my third Halloween with them, so they're gonna last you a while. Now, this is probably the hardest part. It's trying to get the little stick tape off. There we go. All right, so I'm getting the sticky tape off the top portion. This is where we're going to stick our skeleton. Now, you really can't see that really well. It's really thin, not real thin, but just clear, almost like window sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my skeleton and just stick him right down onto that. Okay? Now I'm gonna turn over here and I'm gonna grab my pick tool, that might help, and take the backing off the section that now sticks to the card. Now that went really well. I'm gonna use that next time. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and stick him right to the middle of the circle and just push down, and look at that. You got a wobbly, dancing skeleton. Isn't that so cute? Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to grab a dimensional and I'm going to put that to the side of the mausoleum. Because if this cat is anything like my cat, he's going to be pretending that he's very much not interested in what's going on. And he's like, whatever. So he's just kind of sitting over here at the edge of the graveyard, taking it all in. And then we have our cute little dancing skeleton. Isn't that so cute? Last step, let's do our sentiment here. Okay, you need a 3/4 by 2.5 inch strip of the basic white. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our sentiment. And this says, this is a really great one for Halloween. No bones about it, you're a sweet friend. Perfect. And we're gonna go ahead and grab the Cajun Craze ink. And we're gonna stamp it right here onto this piece. Try to. There we go. There we go. Okay. We are so close to being done. Let's go ahead and grab our dimensionals. Turn this over. Take off the back and add that to the front of our card. And there we go. There it is. I noticed one other thing. I took some black baker's twine. Okay, in the annual catalog, there's a baker's twine combo pack, and it includes some black baker's twine. Remember, you want to always leave the twine on the roll so that you don't waste. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie my bow with the twine still attached to the roll. Make my bow. Do some floofing, you knew I was gonna do that. And now once you have your bow ready to go, then you can bring in your snips and just cut off both of those ends with a good snips. There we go. All right, so there we have our bow all done. And last of all, our crowning touch, we're gonna take our mini glue dots. We're gonna fasten our bow by the knot right to the center of the glue dot. We're gonna grab our pick tool and still has goo from the wobble on it. Okay, now we'll try. We're gonna grab it using the pick tool, the pointy part. Sorry, I was out of frame. And I'm going to stick it right up here. The left top of the card needed a little something something, and there you have it. There is our Halloween card. Isn't that adorable? Yes, it is adorable. And here is the bag that we created this evening. So this is day 1 of my 8 days of Halloween. So I hope you enjoyed the project this evening. Join me again tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. I will be back for more Halloween fun. So until then, take care. Happy stamping. Bye now.